Some people can't turn their brain off, not because they choose to analyze everything, because they physically can't stop. A half-second delay in someone's laugh. A sentence that ends slightly too fast. Shoulders that drop just a little when they think no one's watching. Most people miss all of it. You don't. The world calls this a gift. Intuition. Emotional intelligence. People say things like, you just get people. But psychology tells a much darker story, and the people living it are usually the last ones to see it clearly. What looks like a superpower from the outside is often a slow, quiet trap on the inside. Today on Mind Trigger, we're breaking down why some brains get stuck permanently reading the room, and what it actually costs the people who can't stop. To understand why you can't just relax and stop overthinking, you have to understand what's actually happening under the hood. Researchers point to two very different roads that lead to the same exhausting destination. Path 1. The wiring came first. Some brains are simply born with an oversensitive threat detection system, the part of your brain responsible for scanning for anything that doesn't add up. This isn't a disorder. It's not broken. Studies suggest somewhere around 1 in 5 people are wired this way from birth, a nervous system built to hunt for inconsistency the way a smoke detector hunts for smoke. This brain isn't scanning a room for what's enjoyable. It's scanning for the gap between what someone shows you and what they actually feel. Sign 1. You get the subtitles before the audio plays. You ask a coworker, "Want to grab lunch Friday?" Before they even answer, you already know. You catch the flinch in their shoulders, the eyes that drop half a second too long, the breath that comes in wrong. You already have the answer. And now you have to stand there and wait through 30 seconds of a polite excuse you already saw coming, performing surprise you don't feel. Sign 2. You inhale everyone else's emotional smoke. You share an elevator with 2 coworkers who clearly had a fight. Nobody says a word. But you feel the tight jaw, the clipped breathing, the tension crackling in dead silence. The doors open, they walk off unaffected, and somehow you're the one who leaves that elevator feeling like you just went through the argument yourself. You're drained not because you worked too much. You're drained because you digested a fight that was never yours, like a sponge that soaks up everything around it whether it asked to or not. The room resets. Nobody remembers. But you carry it home with you, long after the people who caused it have moved on. You get emotionally poisoned by people you're not even close to, and you don't even notice you're doing it until you're standing at your own front door, exhausted for no reason you can explain. Sign 3. In the old mining days, workers carried a small bird underground. Its lungs were so sensitive, it would react to toxic gas before any human could smell it. You are that bird in social relationships. You watch everyone else get charmed by the new person in the room, but you're the one who notices something's off weeks before anyone else catches it. You warn a friend, "Be careful with him." And instead of "thank you," you get, "You're overthinking this." Weeks pass. The situation starts to unravel exactly the way you said it would. The charm cracks. The truth leaks through. And you're the only one who isn't surprised. You already warned them. You already moved on. You are the first to smell the smoke. Sign 4. You become whatever container you're poured into. Soft around someone who needs calm. Loud around someone who needs energy. Careful, over-edited, 3 times reread around someone unpredictable. You get so good at fitting every room that you start to lose track of your own shape underneath it. You come home. The door closes. And you stand in front of the mirror with no one left to read. You genuinely don't know what you look like without an audience. You sit on the edge of the bed, quietly exhausted. What is my real shape when there's no container holding me? You lie back and stare at the ceiling. Not sad, just empty of yourself. Sign 5. You spend 4 hours out with friends. Genuinely good time. No drama. No conflict. You laugh. You talk. The hours disappear. Everyone says goodbye, warm and easy. You walk home still smiling. You put your key in the lock. And the second that door clicks shut, something in you just switches off. You sit on the edge of the bed. Phone untouched. You don't want to talk. You don't want to move. Every face from the day starts flickering through your mind and slowly, quietly, dissolves. You just sit there, still, in the dark, for no reason anyone else would understand. You are not sad. Your brain is simply emptying itself. So what's the way out? Here's the truth. There's no fixing this by noticing less. You can't switch off good hearing any more than you can switch off this. The goal was never to see less. It's to stop being responsible for everything you see. Skill 1. Separate noticing from fixing. Let the observation just be an observation. They seem off today doesn't have to become a rescue mission. You're allowed to just notice and let it stop there. Skill 2. Let things break that were never yours to hold. You can warn someone once. You cannot carry the outcome of a decision that isn't yours. Your job is not to jump into the mud. Your job is to reach out only when they call. Nothing about your wiring changes. The noticing stays. But slowly, it stops draining you and starts serving you instead. A radar you finally control, instead of one that controls you. The tension in your hands starts to loosen. The scanning slows down. Steadies. The people around you still feel deeply understood by you. But you stop paying for that with every ounce of yourself. You can be in a room full of people and finally not be scanning every single one of them. You don't notice too much. You feel the world more deeply than most people do. Don't apologize for the lens. Just stop carrying everyone else's picture too. The alarm in you doesn't have to stay stuck on red. It can just settle. 5 signs. 1 radar. A different way to carry it. If any of this sounded like your own mind, tell me which sign hit closest to home. I read every comment. And if this helped, subscribe. There's more of this coming. I'm glad you stayed till the end. I'll see you in the next one.